Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're looking at a truly radical plan to electrify one of the world's most congested cities, Dhaka. This is about jump-starting an entire nation's green transition, and it's all being driven by a partnership you would never, ever expect.
And that's really the heart of the matter, isn't it? How do you do this? We're not talking about just adding a few more charging stations to a city that already has them. We're talking about building an entire EV ecosystem from zero, in a place with some absolutely massive challenges.
Just let these numbers sink in for a second. The reality on the ground in Bangladesh is, well, it's stark. Less than 1% of vehicles are electric. There are fewer than 100 public chargers in the entire country for a population of over 170 million people. The government puts high taxes on batteries, the most expensive part of an EV, and the market is flooded with cheap, used gasoline cars. So EVs are seen as just luxury toys for the rich. So you have to understand, this isn't just a car problem. For Bangladesh, this is a critical economic and public health crisis. The country spends a fortune importing fossil fuels, which puts a huge strain on their economy. And the air pollution in cities like Dhaka? It's literally at crisis levels. The motivation to change is absolutely immense. So who on earth would even try to tackle a problem this massive? You think, right? A big government program? Or maybe the World Bank? But nope. In this case, the solution comes from a place you would never expect. A coalition between two of the fiercest rivals in the auto industry.
And this is why this alliance is so brilliant. On one side, you have Mercedes-Benz, the standard setter. They bring the high-tech, the premium quality, and the experience in building these tightly controlled ecosystems. And on the other side, you've got Honda, the bridge builder. They are masters of volume, affordability, and creating transitional tech like hybrids. It's like having a master architect and a master builder on the same team. One sets the gold standard, and the other figures out how to build it for everyone.
Their whole strategy is built around this core idea, Mac First, which stands for Mobility as a Commodity. The idea is, forget trying to sell expensive, luxury EVs to a few wealthy people. Instead, you focus on electrifying the vehicles that are on the road all day, every day. Delivery vans, rickshaws, motorbikes. Why? Because for those businesses, the math is simple. The lower running cost of an EV give them an immediate, powerful reason to make the switch.
So the plan itself stands on three really clear pillars. First, a super clever way to enter the market. Second, a bold policy idea that makes the whole thing pay for itself. And third, a genius solution to that classic problem of building a charging network. So let's break down each one, starting with how they get their foot in the door.
All right, Pillar 1, start small, win big. This is all about combining that Mac-first approach for businesses with a practical solution for everyday people.
Here's how it plays out. The full electric push is aimed right at those commercial fleets, vans, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, where the total cost of ownership makes perfect financial sense from day one. But for the average person who's worried about where to charge, Honda provides the bridge. They'll sell efficient hybrid cars that get people used to the tech without the range anxiety. And the goal is very specific. Sell 50,000 of these new energy vehicles into fleets in major cities by 2029.
Now for Pillar 2, and honestly, this might be the most ingenious part of the whole plan. It's basically a Robin Hood tax system. It's designed to make the polluters literally pay for the green future. It's called a fee-based system, and the logic is just beautiful in its simplicity. You impose a high fee, a malus, on the import of all those polluting old gasoline cars. Then, you take that exact pile of money and you use it to give a rebate, a bonus, to people who are buying clean electric vehicles. You see? You're not inventing new taxes, you're just moving money from the problem directly to the solution.
And get this, the modeling shows this system isn't just cost neutral, it's actually profitable for the government. Over 5 years, it's projected to generate a net surplus of over $30 million. That's money that can be plowed right back into building out more infrastructure even faster.
Okay, let's look at that third and final pillar. This one solves the age-old EV problem. You know, the classic chicken and egg situation. Nobody builds chargers because there are no cars, and nobody buys cars because there are no chargers. Their solution is called the anchor tenant model. The coalition's own commercial fleets, all those delivery vans and rickshaws we talked about, become the guaranteed day-one customers for new charging stations. So for a private company thinking about building a charger, this completely de-risks their investment. They know they'll have tons of business from the moment they flip the switch on.
And they've got a clear roadmap. The first phase, through 2027, is all about laying the foundation. 40 strategic fast-charging hubs on major routes, plus charging inside the fleet depots. Then the acceleration phase kicks in, expanding the public network to over 500 points and putting in new building codes to make sure new construction is EV-ready.
So, we've seen the strategy, but let's follow the money. How does a plan this ambitious actually get funded?
The top-line number is huge, $45 million in total economic mobilization. But what's fascinating is how little of that is actually new investment.
This chart breaks it down perfectly. The Mercedes-Honda coalition puts in just $10 million of their own money. Then, that smart fee-bait policy generates another $30 million. And on top of that, they can get another $5 million from international climate funds. So the key takeaway is this: that initial $10 million investment is leveraging an extra $35 million in funding. That is incredible. But how do you make the actual vehicles affordable for people? The key innovation here is battery as a service, or BaaS. See, the battery can be up to 40% of an EV's total cost. With BaaS, you don't buy the battery, you just lease it or subscribe to it, like Netflix. This absolutely slashes the upfront sticker price of the vehicle, making it immediately competitive with a gas car.
And this plan goes way beyond just selling cars. It's designed as what they call a just transition. That means new skill centers to train a workforce in EV repair. It means creating a circular economy for batteries, using Mercedes' world-class recycling model. And it even includes a pilot project to fully electrify all public transit in one of Dhaka's most polluted neighborhoods, delivering clean air where it's needed most.
All of this, these three pillars, the clever financing, it all leads to one final bold idea. A single policy move that could accelerate this entire transition overnight.
And here it is, a government mandate. Mandate that all new commercial two-wheelers and three-wheelers in Dhaka must use swappable batteries. Think about that. You instantly create a massive, standardized, predictable demand for charged batteries, which makes investing in battery swapping stations a guaranteed success. It is the ultimate anchor tenant.
The entire vision is captured in this powerful slogan: charge the city, change the air. It just perfectly captures the dual goals of modernizing the economy and cleaning up the environment, all at the same time.
And this leaves us with a final big question. By getting fierce rivals to cooperate, by creating smart policies that actually pay for themselves, and by focusing on commercial fleets first, is this Dhaka proposal the new playbook? Could this be the model for how emerging economies all over the world can leapfrog dirty technology and build a green future?